Thank you for coming today to share your oral history of your recollections of your experiences while a student here at the Chestnut Grove Elementary School. To start out, would you please state your name and tell me about the schools that you attended?
My name is Linda Chambers Dalton. I attended Chestnut Grove from 1955 to 1963. After that, I attended Unity High School, graduated in 1967. While at Chestnut Grove, I was the valedictorian of the class.
Do you have any special memories of these teachers or things that you reflect on today?
Yes. Miss Marson, Mary Marson, she was strict, firm, but some of the things that she taught us has helped me. She talked about being in a class, and when she looks around, she didn't see anybody else that looked like her. And when I was in position, different job situations, like I worked at the bank, and sometimes I can look around and not see anybody that looked like me. And I could recollect her saying that and telling us to do our best and treat people the way that we would want to be treated, and to know that we didn't have to do 100%, we had to do 110%. So that kind of stuck with me. And also, I do remember her saying sometimes different ones would want to go get water, and it wasn't time, and she would make us wait. And she said, one of these days you'll appreciate that. And I remember being in line, like when you go to the fair or you go shopping or whatever, and you got these long lines that would come back. She told us that we would be accustomed, to having to do without. So that kind of stuck with me.
Thank you. Can you share with us today about a typical day at the Rosenwald School, Chestnut Grove Elementary School?
Well, we rode the bus, and while we were standing waiting on our bus to come, the bus with the white students would go by. So we knew that, they had different buses going to different schools. Eventually, I think probably maybe my eighth, I'm not sure where the cutoff, I just can't remember the cutoff where everybody started riding the same bus. But we would start out always with the Pledge of Allegiance and prayer. And of course, we learned John 3:16. Our books were used. We didn't have any new books. Most of our books were used. We had combined classes. When we were in the first and second grade, they were combined. Half of the room was one grade and the other half was the second grade. So after we finished one grade, we can listen to the next class and be able to answer some of the questions or whatever. We had choir, the chorus. We had like drama. We had plays. We had oratorical contests. I remember the old building that's no longer there. There was a breezeway that went to it. It was a white building. When you go in up the steps, there was a boys' bathroom. You take a left and you go into the auditorium. It was the cafeteria. The tables and everything was set up. But when we have a program or something, the tables would be, taken down. And the kitchen was on the right. Miss Lula Pfeiffer was one of our cooks. And at the front of at the end of that room was the stage where we had our oratorical contests and different programs whenever we would go to the auditorium. And then we had the library was in the back, and it had a side entrance for the library. And then on the left were two more classrooms. And then we had a door from one classroom that you could go outside. And the custodian was my great uncle, Mabel Summers. William Mabel Summers was my grandmother's brother.
Thank you. How did Chestnut Grove Elementary School influence your career choices?
I don't know how it would have influenced it other than the fact that I would do the best that I could, to stay positive and have to present myself. You have to sell yourself when you go in to make a career choice or go in for an interview. You want to look your best, dress your best, act your best, and look at a person in the eye when you're having your interview. Let them know that you was interested.
Thank you. So you did share that while you were waiting on the bus, that the other school bus with the white children would come by.
Mm-hmm.
So you were familiar. You understood that you were going to a segregated school when you were at Chestnut Grove
Yes.
Elementary.
Yes.
Was it discussed very much during the class time when you were there? Or was it just something everybody knew?
I don't remember it being discussed, but we all knew that the school right up Cool Springs was there, and it was all white.
Do you recall what type of discipline was used while you were at school at Chestnut Grove Elementary?
I really can't. I really don't remember.
So you didn't get disciplined.
No,
So
I
that's
didn't.
good. So that's good. All right. So you mentioned a cafeteria. Do you remember like what any of the lunches would be like at Chestnut Grove Elementary?
I can't really name anything, but they were good.
So what do you think about our efforts to get these oral histories of the students that went to Chestnut Grove Elementary?
I think it's a good effort. Brings back memories. Some things you've forgotten, or at least I have, and then there are other things that I remember. As a matter of fact, I had taken some notes, so I would have something to fall back on. But being up in the age, sometimes we forget, so I didn't bring it with me.